Welcome, guys, to an episode of Rich and Rich FC. I'm your host, Rich, with my guy, Rich. We're back again with a new episode. Rich, how's it going, man? How's your week?
Cold.
Cold, man. Cole Palmer. Hey,
Um, I heard Cole Palmer's leaving.
he ain't going nowhere.
Word
You
on the
know,
street,
fake rumors, man.
word on the street is he wants to go home, and
Uh,
he'll make more money.
Nah, he's good where he's at.
You know, Chelsea's cheap. They don't pay them well, so I can see
Uh,
him.
no, he's on incentives, so he's chilling. Plus,
He's on.
Chelsea's more stable now
He's
compared
on.
to Man U.
Do
Nah.
you want guaranteed money or you want incentives?
At the end of the day, it's not about money. If you're making money and you're not playing, you know, there's no point. But true, it is always about money though. But for these guys, especially at his age, more for playing time than the money.
That's the funniest thing I've heard this whole year.
But
That's
money's important,
funny
that's for sure. Hmm.
this whole year.
No,
But
that's true.
I
Like
love it.
Garnacho left, Rashford left, Sancho left.
They didn't want them.
No, but obviously it's not about the money. Look at Sterling. He just
Yeah,
left like yesterday.
no, it's about money. Sterling was there because his money.
No, it's true, right? But if it's really about the
This,
money, right?
no, what
He would have stopped put.
Stop. What you just said doesn't make sense, right? Rashford is still a Man U player because of his
Mhm.
contract, how much he makes, so it's about money. Sancho is still Man U player because it's about money. He doesn't
Okay.
want to take less. Sterling, who's a Chelsea player, he's still there. He doesn't
Not
play
anymore.
because of money. They had an agreement, so they probably paid him the money or
True.
he got it. So it would be okay. Before it was about money, and he
No,
left because
but what I'm saying is,
of,
even though it's about money, right? They had the chance, they got the money, right?
but you
But
just said about
I,
money.
no, yeah. I mean, of course, it's always about the money. But
Yes.
at the end of the day, they also want to play. That's
Yeah,
the bottom line. Those who want to play. So if you get the money and you're not playing, at some point you'll want to play.
yeah, but if you're gonna get more money and play, then you're gonna take more
I mean,
money.
of course, if both come, you take it.
Yeah. So
So playing time also plays a role.
I can see where Palmer will leave because the rumors are starting. He's from Manchester. He's a
Yeah.
Manchester United fan already. Um, you know, he hasn't actually had a good season this year because he's been injured. So whatever incentives he had, then most likely he's not going to reach it. And then you have somebody even like Mateta who wants to leave because he's on like low wages compared to what he's producing. But when he was brought to the club, nobody expected him to do that. So it's also about money. So I wouldn't say that.
No, but Mateta is also different.
How's it
Like
different?
the team is not like the club itself is not running properly. How do you sell all your best players within one window, and your coach says he's leaving, and you're not doing anything about it?
Well, because of money.
Yeah. Come on now.
Out of money.
Like think about it. Look at the players they've lost. They've
Because of
lost for Zaha. That's
uh,
fine. He was old, but he was still good. They got Olise. They sold Olise. They sold Gehi. They sold Ize.
yes.
And the latter ones are all within the last two or three transfer windows. That's crazy. You're not
Yeah,
replacing them with inequality. So the people that Mateta used to play with, like Eze and Olise, now who's he gonna play with?
he has Pino. Pino's there. They
I
just got
can
him.
compare Pino to Eze.
They just got him from where is it, Villarreal or something.
Yeah,
So they have Pino. They have Icho still there. Muniz is still there. Adam
okay.
Martin leaving soon. But
Exactly. So everybody's leaving. So why would he want to be stuck there?
well, he wants to leave now, which is not like the right time to leave. Usually you wait till the summertime. But
Because he also wants to make the first squad, which is very unlikely, but he wants to play and make his case. Because at Crystal Palace, he's not gonna play and make his case.
I mean, he wants to leave. I
And the
don't think
coach is leaving. So now his future is
I don't
up in flames.
he cares too much about who's there, who's not, because him himself, he wasn't supposed to be succeeding like this. So he had one good
Yeah.
year, and
So, you
he
know,
capped
he
it.
gotta go because he didn't see any future now.
They don't have to sell him. It's not like his contract is running
I
out,
mean, true, they don't have to sell him.
and he's on cheap wages. So he's basically. But I
He's
think,
affordable for anybody.
but that
That's for
was
sure.
they just bought the Lars Strand.
Don't get
Yeah,
me started on that.
they
Don't
just
get me started on that. But
I mean, got
because
bring in reinforcement. So I mean, it is what it
John
is.
Larson for 50
Uh,
million is crazy.
Why?
One goal in 21 Premier League games for 50 million is wild, man.
He has a potential.
No,
It's,
one goal. One. Just one.
but tell me how many goals the Mateta have before last year.
It's not bad before last year, but one goal for 50 million is crazy.
No, it's about potential. He's still young. I think maybe he's less than 24. So,
They could have
uh,
bought Madueke with that money. And Madueke
but
could produce
but
more.
Baker wouldn't go there.
But that's what I'm saying. With that money, they could have got a quality player.
No, but the player has to want to go to your team. Madueke look like he'll go to Crystal Palace.
Ah, he might as well. He ain't doing nothing at Arsenal,
He's,
so
he's about to win the league, man, and Champions League.
nah.
Come on,
Anyways,
Madueke
um,
moved better things.
did you see what he did?
What did he do?
Did you see that shot he took?
It doesn't matter. It's where his
Okay.
team and he's
For
playing.
50 million, you should be hitting the goal.
Uh,
At worst, it should be on target. Not that swervy thing that he did. But
he's helping his team, man. He's been
hey,
productive.
he's helping his team lose the league. That's what he's doing.
Hey, they're number one for a reason, man.
Hey, that don't mean nothing. PSG showed that last season. But we move. We move. But a quick recap on last week's Premier League games. West Ham got their first win. Man City won against Wolves.
His
Easy
first win,
peasy. Actually, it's not their first win. It's they're on a run now. Pick up
guys.
a few points, so they're doing good against the score. They scored 3 goals
Mm-hmm.
against Sunderland, so that's very good. Man City won 2-0. Fulham won 2-1 against Brighton. Spurs are just being Spursy and they tied Burnley somehow. Liverpool dropped points at Bournemouth and they lost the game 3-2. Newcastle won. Actually, Newcastle lost 2-0 to Aston Villa. Chelsea won 3-1 against Crystal Palace. Forest beat Brentford 2-0. Everton tied Leeds 1-1. And the game of the week, Arsenal took on Manchester United, and Manchester United won. Great goals from Dorgu and Cunha. And it was really a nice game. Very unexpected.
Don't forget Mbuemo.
Mbuemo, yes, very good. Very good goal from Mbuemo too.
Yeah.
But it's something that no one has really done this season to score multiple goals on Arsenal and actually take the points at the Emirates, and they did it. Manchester United of all teams. The mockery of the season until recently.
I think Man U is above Chelsea in the table. So, but
That don't mean anything. But
what, what,
that don't mean anything.
like, however you view them, they've actually, they're where they're supposed to be. And I think the thing that helps them, like I said, they don't have like Champions League, Europa League, none
Yeah.
of that. So their players are gonna be fresh, and they're gonna be up for these challenges. And they're in good form. They beat Man City, like they beat them, and then they beat Arsenal. And the only thing I can say, not the only thing, but they're in good form, and also it's like they don't have to go and win. When you play like bigger teams, I think there's more pressure on the bigger team to win than
Yeah.
the less favored team like Man U. If Man U lose, there's not really backlash because they're supposed to lose. So there's less pressure on them. And I think with the whole Amaran thing, now they can play more free. And it seems like Eric has them for lack or better term, confidence. They found their confidence. He changed the formation. He's not even playing Cunha, he's not playing Sesko. He's put Bruno like at his best position, which I think you need to do instead of trying to incorporate all these people who are not in form.
Yeah.
So he's empowered Bruno, and Mbuema has been the best signing for them for the last
That's true.
10 years. Other than
Looking at it now, yeah.
yeah, he scored
Even
he scored
I can
again.
say he's even better now than Ronaldo in the second coming. Even though
Yeah.
he's scored a lot of goals, but
I mean with Mbuemo, you can see like he's gonna be good for 4 years at least. Um,
mm,
so yeah, and he's delivered to be honest. He
yeah,
came back on, scored against City, scored against Arsenal, and that's like the goals, which are always important.
yeah.
And and surprisingly, I don't know what happened or what's going on. Dogu now.
Hey, I think he's playing more freely now.
Yeah, Dogu's even started over Cunha. So, like, who would have thought, a coach will come and say Dogu should start over Cunha? But the coach got it. He's got it right. He's playing Dogu and
Hmm.
Diallo. He's not playing like Sesko and Cunha because they just came last year and they have this big signing on big moment. And he's getting the tactic right. They're good on the counter attack.
Yeah, very good.
What's going to be difficult for them, I think, is to break down teams that are going to let them have the ball, let's say. But when you're able to like play in your type of ball, let's say, I think that's what's helping them. And the biggest thing is they don't have to play Champions League, none of those things. That's a really big, big factor when you
Yeah,
look at. That's why I think I'd said like from the beginning of the year they would finish top four just because of that, and then they have the quality. And honestly, Bruno has been I guess an unsung hero, but because he's the constant, no matter like all the players coming going, he's constantly giving that good performances and keeping Manu relevant. And then Mano's playing again. I don't know why they didn't want to play him in the beginning, but I think that's more or less to fit players in. And then when you leave like too much coaching, it's not always good. That's the
yeah,
thing.
yeah. I
Some
agree.
players and teams, they don't need all these coaching and playing patterns and formation, three at the back. Like,
It,
come on, man. You make it more difficult.
yeah, I think for like some certain teams, example United, Madrid, they don't need coaching.
Yeah.
And those kind of plays that you have, just throw them on there, put a little bit sprinkle on it. That's it. Let them
I,
go do what they need to do, and they're gonna do it because they are good players. Like
yeah.
at Madrid is easy just to Rodrigo, Bellingham, Mbappe, Vinny on the pitch, Valverde, put them where they need to be.
Yeah. Give them
That's it.
structure, motivation, man.
That's it.
Like, even the goal Dogu score, come on. How many? Like,
You
come on.
can't coach that.
1-2, 1-2, Dogu bounce, volley. Like, I'm
It's
surprised.
instant. Like if you want to do structure, then it breaks it down. Like it messes it up, messes their flow. Like look at Man City. They are so structured to the point where if one piece is missing, they don't work.
Yeah. I think sometimes, well, the biggest hit on Pep is the overcoaching and then sometimes moving people like to positions that don't even make sense.
Hmm. But I think with Pep is he knows how to work it. If he puts you in some position, he knows you can play that position. Now,
Yeah,
there will be days where that doesn't work, but it's not
yeah.
like he had a
No, no,
lot of those
I,
days.
I, I agree with that. And even with Pep, like, I think if you're playing like your league where it's more than just one game, then you need to like freshen things up. But like
Yeah.
big issue with him is the big games, like in Champions League, and then you're gonna see Bernardo Silva playing left back or some stuff like that. Like don't make sense.
Hmm.
So,
It's it's one of
but
those, but
but
in the
yeah,
league, he has it down.
yeah. But shout out to Carrick and Manu.
Yeah.
I mean, good form at the moment. They beat the top two teams.
They
So
beat Liverpool, Chelsea, City, Newcastle. They're yet to beat Villa.
yeah, but you see the quality and you see like
Hmm.
the quality. I mean, it's not like bums. But I mean, they just need to be consistent. And then with Arsenal, I think the thing on Arteta is he's the big game. Sometimes he's kind of scared to let them play. He's actually making the team tight because they don't want to lose. And then when they go down, which they rarely do go down, then that's an uphill challenge for them. Um,
Yeah.
I think the biggest mistake is when they tied the game, they should have just took that point instead of trying to still keep the game open because it seemed like once they scored, the game was still open. And sometimes sometimes as a sometimes as a team playing for the league and you're on first place, you don't really need to win all your games. You just can't afford to lose. And they haven't been able to take advantage of the other teams like City when they lost, or Aston Villa and these other teams. But they're still favored, obviously. And I mean, like in Champions League, they haven't lost a game. But I think the pressure is will get to them, but I think they still make it out because the other teams are just not good enough, to be honest.
Um, I disagree with that because Arsenal, their forward line is not producing. Like, how can you, like, how do you win the league, right? Where your forward line are not producing. Gyökeres is not scoring goals. Madueke is not scoring. No, even Trossard is not. Trossard has like 1 in 11. Saka has like 0 in 13, something like that. Martinelli same. Gyökeres similar numbers. Like they are not producing big numbers to the point where you can say, okay, they're gonna run away with it. If they hit one stumbling block, they're done. Because even now, Villa, they give opening up for Villa to even have a chance now, you know, and they're not scoring enough goals. They're not showing us enough performances, and like you don't even know where the goals are gonna come from. You might say Saka, but if you really look at it, he's not scoring goals. He's not assisting what he needs to. Gyökeres is paced that Saka is not passing the ball, and you can see the chances that he takes. He doesn't make anything out of it. Martinelli, Trossard, same. Odegaard, same. Is it doesn't play. Declan Rice barely scores. When he scores, he scores. When he doesn't, he doesn't. So it's like, who is gonna really take it upon themselves to win or help them win? If it's not a set piece where you're gonna see Gabriel and Saliba come and score, they're not scoring. So if you take that set piece element out of it, they don't have any threat. So how can you win the league with that?
Well, they've been doing it and they've number one in the league, so they just need to keep doing it for the rest of the season. And basically, they've been playing good defense up to the United game. They rarely give up more than 1 to 2 goals, and they're guaranteed about 1 goal per game. And usually, they can keep other teams from scoring. So I think they're more consistent in that terms. And even though not one or two people are like dominating the score sheet.
It's different. It's the way you're saying one or two people. It sounds like it's, oh, maybe it's only Saka or it's only Gyökeres. It's not. It's all of them. All of them on a
Yeah,
dry
like
spell.
consistently, but what they do have is a community of goal scorers. So anybody on that team honestly can score a goal, and that's what they've been doing the whole year. Zubimendi chips in, Odegaard chips in, um, at the back, Saliba or what's his name, Gabriel, they sometimes chip in as well. And they've been finding ways to win, and even in Champions League, I believe they only gave up like one goal in Champions League,
I
like
mean, yeah, that's
ridiculous amount. So the formula that they use works. So they just need to be consistent and be able to win those big games or get a draw instead of losing. And honestly, I just don't see City challenging them because City are a very inconsistent team as well. Villa can't really challenge them; they just don't have the depth. And then with yeah, so the only challenger is City, and City is not consistent enough to challenge them.
see, this is where I have an issue, right? With Arsenal, you're saying City can really challenge them, right? Or Villa can challenge them. City still has to play Arsenal. So there's that game going on. And then if City wins that game, albeit they all win all their games until that game. And if City wins that game, it will be 1 point. If it's 1 point, Arsenal will start to feel the heat, right? And I have to check if they start to play Villa. Well, I think it's start to play even Chelsea. So that even that, right, it still be a tough game. If they drop points in that Chelsea game, now
So
they now
yeah,
they're off. They're off.
what you're saying is okay. You're making prediction, but your prediction for City to go
No,
un-
what
undefeated,
I'm not predicting for City to win.
I like.
What I'm saying is they have left it open for them to fall
I
because
would
now
say
they
they
had
have
a
left.
chance to open the gap and they didn't take it.
Yeah, but Premier League is a very challenging league. Any team can beat any team, so it's not like they're losing to like a bum team. Like I said, Man U beat City before they came and beat Arsenal, so it's not like they lost to like some random team that shouldn't be beating them.
But they
Uh,
tied Forest.
they tied for who?
They tied Forest.
Who?
Arsenal.
Okay, and I think who did City just lose to? So these things happen. City
But the
just
thing is, you're comparing City to Arsenal,
yeah,
whereas you're comparing Arsenal to City.
City, City is the only team that's challenging them.
Mm-hmm.
Villa is not challenging them. Man U is not challenging them. Liverpool and Chelsea, forget.
No, but
So
who has more to lose? City don't lose anything if they don't win the league.
yeah, but City, they don't have. They're not as good as you're trying to say. Like City's gonna chase
They're
them down
not.
and take over the league. So it's
They're
not.
not. But
So there's
Arsenal are dropping their standards to the point where even a bad City can win the league. That's what I'm saying.
well, I don't think that's very likely. It's more likely Arsenal wins the league than
No, it's saying likely. I just gave you a scenario where they might not win the league.
by saying that City's gonna win all the games.
Essentially, you don't
That
even have to.
that
All they have to do is beat Arsenal and
that's
pray that another team beats Arsenal again, and that's it. And they have
that,
just go on a winning streak.
that's not a good scenario because we've seen City this whole year and they can lose to anybody. To be
True.
honest, they can even lose to Wolves. That City team.
That's true. But then
Um,
we have also seen that Arsenal cannot extend the lead when they need to.
I mean, the most important thing, right, is to just keep that 1 point ahead, and that's all you have to do. To be
True.
honest,
But then
uh,
right now, do you trust Arsenal to do that?
I trust them more than any of those other teams.
So you trust Arsenal, who had a chance to go 10 points ahead.
Trust Arsenal, who's on top of the league, and I trust Arsenal, who's on top of the league in Champions League and never lost a game in Champions League either. Yeah, I trust them. That team. That's first that they've been doing up to now. I
Okay.
don't trust City, who is second. Oh, then the second, yeah, the second, and they can City can lose to anybody any day. once you figure City out, it's like they don't have plan B. They just have plan A.
Okay, that's fine. But now you're saying Champions League, right? You're on top of Champions League, so yeah, I like
Yeah,
to win it. Are they better than Bayern? Even though they beat Bayern in the Champions League, are they better than Bayern? Are they better than PSG? Are they
right,
better than Bad Madrid?
right
I don't
now.
think they're better than Bad Madrid.
Oh no, they're a better team than PSG and Madrid right now. The thing about like Champions League is there's different factors that go into it. Obviously, the team's form matters. So you know you want to peak at the right time, to be honest.
Mhm.
And even if you're like struggling now, that's fine. Because now we'll get into February. By March, that's when you want to peak and be in form. So even though like Arsenal's on top of the Champions League, then doesn't mean they're gonna win. Liverpool was on top last year, and look what happened to them. It looked like they burned out.
True.
Same with
But
Arsenal, they have a very deep team. Um, but if you say like who's a better team, I would say right now, if you're comparing like Arsenal, I would only compare them to Bayern. But then Arsenal beat Bayern, but then you have to consider home and away factor and
that,
all of
that's what I was
that.
about to get into. That
Yeah.
even though they're on top of the league in Champions League, from now on doesn't matter because if you lose home and away or lose on aggregate, you're done.
Yeah, but it helps their confidence to know like, okay, we didn't lose to any team.
Okay.
Helps their confidence if they're gonna play Bayern, let's say again that they've already beaten them, so they have the idea in their head, the confidence. But I wouldn't take it too far. But they're on par with Bayern as the top two teams. I think that are favorite. Madrid, they can turn up. PSG, they can turn up because of the individual talents that those teams have. Even Barcelona. But like Barcelona too, they have their flaws. Like every team really has their flaws,
True.
but with let's say the team with the best teams, I would say is Bayern and Arsenal too. Yeah.
Hmm. Well, Arsenal is a good team, but I still feel like they don't have enough to
Well,
win the Champions League.
even
Maybe
Pep.
the league, sure, they can maybe hold on to that. But for
Okay,
Champions League, I don't think they have enough.
okay. Well, we can take the words from Pep Guardiola, who said Arsenal is the best team right now. So,
I don't
uh,
doubt that. Like,
yeah,
I don't doubt that they are the best team. However, their front line stinks. Just gonna call it.
yeah.
They're gonna say
I
it.
wouldn't I wouldn't focus too much on that. I think sometimes we're focused on like the superstar player. And each team has like generally each team has a superstar player, but there's always some teams that comes out of the woodwork that is actually like a cohesive team where not one individual, let's say, it's scoring all the goals like a Messi and Ronaldo type. We've had those even with like what's their name? Atletico Madrid in the past has been able to do that, whether it's more like solid defense. I think Arsenal, the main thing just to stick to what they've been doing, focus on the defensive side, and go for it's like make teams struggle to score goals, and then get your one goal off your set pieces, and that's it. It's not gonna look pretty, but and at times too they can do well. They just beat some team in Champions League like 3-2, and they were using like their B team mostly, but so they can score goals. It's just a matter of the playing style, but they don't really need to like open up their playing style, to be honest, because the defense is so much better than most other teams that they can get away with that.
Hmm. Well, we have a
Yeah.
lot to get
And I
to. So,
think it's gonna be like Saka needs to pick it up. Honestly, I think people are focused more like Guy Chorus because he came with that price tag and he's new. But those guys that have been there, they're not really doing that much more than what he's been doing. What can help them is maybe Havertz just came back and he looked good for like the first 45 minutes. And I think they have to stick to with Guy Chorus if they're gonna play him instead of switching with Jesus and him
uh,
whenever one a good
at
game.
that point, it becomes a matter of winning. Because
Yeah,
if you're not winning with
uh,
Gyökeres, you cannot play Gyökeres all the time.
Yeah, yeah, you can. He does other things that I think affects the game, like his hold up play is pretty good, and it's just a matter of also the other players on the team providing service for him, and then once he starts scoring, that's gonna boost his confidence, and then he can kick on. I think when you're going back, we already know what Jesus is. Jesus has been there for a couple of years, and they said he's not good. So I don't know why he had one good game. They said, "Oh, he has to start. He has to start." Then he played, and he actually was very bad, to be
But
honest.
that's because the person we're comparing him to is really bad.
No, I
In
wouldn't
this
say.
team, he's really bad.
I think once you go back to like somebody like Jesus, it doesn't help, and it's gonna cause like a drift, and it also takes away confidence. And that's where the coaching and the man management has to come in. Stick with your star players. Don't
But,
don't bench people because they can be.
that's the thing, right? Even though you want to stick with your star players, your quote unquote star players are not delivering. So what do you have to do? You have
Well,
to
yeah,
switch it up.
that actually came on and scored that same game that um Jesus scored the two goals. So
Mhm.
Jesus, well, he scored one goal, and I didn't really see like why they would go back to Jesus because Jesus' playing style is different.
Yes,
And
but the thing is, Jesus stuff fits more with Saka, Odegaard, Martinelli, Trossard. It fits better with them because
well, though
back.
the issue is you need to change that so that way the team is more they providing more service for the striker to win because Saka his game is like playing style is just it's tedious. He does the same
True.
thing
He
and
does
it's
him
not
every day, right?
so
But
they have to actually I think they should actually bench him because he's the one that actually is not producing that much and put like
I
not
mean,
because Nani will actually run and cross the ball.
that's the thing, right? And that's where the problem lies. They they're scared to bench certain players. Like Saka, I 100% agree. He needs to be benched because he's not doing the job. 'Cause I feel like it's got into his head that he's a superstar. He's Mr. Arsenal. They can touch him.
Yeah, he's actually Mr. Arsenal if you don't know.
But the thing is, him being Mr. Arsenal, now you're not get your star striker that we've
Yeah.
been saying all this while, all these years that done been winning the league that, oh, they need a striker, they need a striker, they need a striker. Now you have a proper European striker, all right? And he's not good. Now he's not good.
I wouldn't say it's not good. It's
No,
that
but looking at his stats in a bad team, not a bad team, like in a lesser team in Sporting. He was really good. He was good to the point he wasn't only good in Portugal, he was also good in Champions League against big
no,
teams,
no. What
right?
you have what you have to understand is that team was built around him.
True. But
Yeah.
if you're a good player and you go into a good team where like the only missing piece is that number nine. Now they put a proper number nine in and he's not delivering the way he's supposed to deliver, then there's a problem with the whole team.
No, it's not the whole team. It's just the front three or the front four.
Yeah, that's
Uh,
the whole team basically. Because you can think about it. Put Mbappe in Arsenal right now and see if Mbappe is not scoring about 50 goals.
because the team is going to be built around him. Even Mbappe, like last year, was scoring, but it wasn't. The team was kind of still trying to gear towards him, so the team wasn't all the way geared towards him like it is this year. And you see like the difference from last year to this year. And I know I just said like the thing with I think the coach Arteta, he needs to have a conversation with like what's his name
Saka.
Saka.
Yeah.
Yeah, the even the PKs he needs to give it up. And what I mean by that is like initially when Mbappe came to Madrid, they were kind of like going between him and Vinny, and it was causing a whole bunch of problem. I think you have to empower like your newest player, and I know because he can do everything, and he's a striker too. So everybody knows strikers need to score to build that confidence.
Hmm.
So like even PKs, I don't think Saka should be taking PKs. Allow him to take it and build his confidence and kind of get him more like patterns of play and crossings that will help him reach those, get better
Yeah,
chances
get
to.
his confidence and all of that to get
Yeah,
that going.
yeah. But I know I said bench Saka, but that would be bad coaching as well, or man manage.
But the thing is,
You
if
need,
you if you're benching Saka for Madueke, who you know he's not gonna be holding the ball when he's not supposed to,
yeah,
then you're kind of freeing a lot of things up now.
yeah,
But
but
Saka, he knows he can hold the ball because what? He's the captain. He knows
yeah,
that he's the man. And they know he
yes,
can tell him anything. And that's what is holding them back. Because instances where he's supposed to cross the ball, he's cutting back in and trying to shoot.
yeah. But the thing with that is, he's one of your better players, and he's actually been there for a very long time, even before Arteta. So you don't want to alienate him and then cause problems. That's the reason why my boy got fired. Alonso, he got fired, and it wasn't just because of like benching star players. It's
Yeah.
because so he also couldn't like develop the bench players as well. Like literally, he didn't give any minutes to somebody like Endrick, who's now in Lyon scoring
Yeah.
goals.
He's
So that
doing well.
yeah, so it's also you have to do man management. You can't
So
just
that's
out.
what I'm saying. Even though Saka is a very good player, don't get me wrong. He's very good. But he needs to be taught that he's not above the team. So it's not only about you where you get the ball, you have to score. You have to figure out the best possible solution when you're on the ball. So if it's the best solution for the team is for you to lay the ball for someone to score or put the ball in the best position for someone to capitalize, do that.
Yeah, they have to find a better balance because it's very predictable. Their offense, sometimes when you watch them, the wingers are very predictable. So it's just a matter of finding a better balance for the wingers and the striker to combine. Traditionally, Arsenal teams are known to play, good football, but this particular team is more like a machine, to be honest. And then I think Odegaard can pick it up.
The
I'm not.
machine with no striker then?
Well, it's not really about the strikers. I think it's more about because we've seen everybody that's played forward lately for Arsenal. They haven't been producing the numbers, right? And I think that just comes down more to like the service that's been provided. But I did like what I saw from Kai Havertz. So I think that's somebody who could definitely come in and help the striker out because he can play in that 10 role, that Odegaard role. I
Mhm.
think that.
But yeah, that's his favorite position anyway. So him helping a striker or him playing that 10 role or coming in and playing a striker role, it's better because even look at last season where he was playing. He was getting a lot of chances, he was just missing them. And we were saying, oh, when they get that striker, that's it. They're gonna be winning good. And now they have that striker, like you don't even notice he's even in the game.
Yeah, that's a good point. But what I would say is basically, I mean, Arsenal will have a lot of different options moving forward, and I mean, each game that they play, they'll be pretty much favorites. I
Yeah,
don't see a game
a
where they're
lot of
not.
pressure on them to win. That's where the problem is. It's
Well,
the pressure to win.
they've been winning the whole year, and the couple of last seasons, past 2 seasons, they understand what it takes. They've been other games that they've been playing the couple of past 2 seasons, they've been challenging for the cup, so the experience is there. They understand what they need to do, and understanding comes from mostly failure. And what I would say is that they've had that bitterness in their mouth for a while now. So I mean, and they have good players and leaders on that team. I think to get them through this season as well. And what I like most about them is just their depth. Their depth. So they'll be able to compete on all fronts.
Yes, but they
And
don't have that winning experience. Who on that team has actually won a trophy?
well,
Take
that's how
out
it starts.
no, take out Declan Rice, who won the Conference League like two, no, not yeah, Conference League 2 seasons ago. Take out Madueke, who won Conference League again last season.
Wow.
Who else has won it? Take out Havertz
Okay, yeah, Havertz has actually won the
in
Champions League
Champions League. So
game winner, not to be yeah, and
yeah, game winner against City.
we also
So
have the
take out these players who has actually won anything.
um.
Saka hasn't won
I'm looking.
anything. Martinelli hasn't won anything. Jokers has won the Portuguese league, but that doesn't count for anything.
Yeah, Yokeres has won a couple
Odegaard,
league. I don't
nothing.
know. Odegaard
Well,
has won a couple of actually. And when he was at Madrid, he was part of those Madrid
he
teams.
was a
So
kid. He doesn't know it.
hey, you said who won? We're not talking about who's the kid or who's not
Now
the
you're
kid.
now you're reaching for them.
I'm reaching for the and also
The people who have won trophies.
Hey, Zubimendi has won with Spain as well. Mourinho has won with Spain as well.
Okay.
So there's a couple of champions out there. So I,
Come
I
on.
wouldn't go.
That's a
I wouldn't.
stretch.
I wouldn't go. No,
That's a
it's not a
stretch.
stretch. You said who won? Did you not say winning is
Yes,
yes and no?
but that's a
Did you win something?
stretch.
Yes or no? Even Chelsea fans claim Carabao Cup or whatever you have been winning. Europa Conference League. You claim
But
that.
that's a big title. It's a big title. I
No,
the thing
it's
is,
not.
I don't care how much people want to look down that trophy, but
Bro,
once you're in
no,
that league, once you're in there, you gotta win it.
you have to be back to
Arsenal,
win there.
if you want to go there, Arsenal have been in Europa League for so long, they've never won it.
Well,
They won Europa League for a while with Unai Emery.
uh,
They never
let
won.
me let me tell you, some
And
teams.
he's a winning
when-
coach. He's one of the coaches that has won that title the most.
Listen, some teams when they go to those uh, conference and Europa Conference League, they just use the B team, so
Yeah,
it's not that
but Chelsea
serious.
did. Chelsea Chelsea didn't value the competition to the point they played a whole separate. They had a whole separate team for that.
Yeah,
And
that's just how
with that their B team,
they
the
didn't win with
like
the
bomb
team.
squad.
The B team got them to the quarterfinals and stuff. Then they changed it. So don't say the B
There's a
team won
trophy
it.
at stake. At that point, it doesn't.
Oh, but
Madrid
the
did the
B
same
team,
thing. Madrid is not
the,
going to put Lomen. Is not going to put Lonen in a final in a conference league. So
the,
spare me that.
Madrid has never been Conference League. I don't
No,
know where you get it this
no.
from.
What I'm saying is, when it comes to a chance to win a title, they're gonna play
They
their best
would.
players.
They would. They would.
Exactly.
Because we would use Lunin in the finals actually.
No.
We if we went to if we were in Copa del Rey and they went to the finals, Lunin will be the goalkeeper. That's how traditionally they've
Who
done.
was the goalkeeper in the Super Cup?
The Super Cup,
Yeah, the one that you guys got destroyed by Barcelona.
we got destroyed. No, we didn't get destroyed. We lost like three. The one we lost 3-2. Three
Yeah,
two is
that
not being destroyed.
no,
Okay.
you got destroyed. But
How was 3-2 destroyed?
who was
Do
in
you
goal?
understand?
Who was in goal?
Courtois is gonna play
Okay.
those
Why didn't you put Lunin in there?
because traditionally that game the first team goalkeeper usually plays those games. But when it comes to
Same
and I'm
thing.
telling you, when it comes to like Copa del Rey, and if we would ever is by some miracle play in Conference League, then Lunin will probably play in that finals. We wouldn't change that.
I doubt
So that's been
that.
traditionally how it's been done.
I
But
doubt that. But let's move on from
yeah,
that.
but yeah, let's move
And
on from that. But overall, I don't see Arsenal losing first place at any point in the season, to be honest. And actually, when for good teams, when the pressure comes on, you need pressure, to be honest, to keep things interested. And the league is such that nobody's gonna go undefeated in Premier League. There's gonna be something, surprises that will always happen. And with men's, and like I said, the only team that's challenging them is Man City. And with Man City, I don't see them being able to go on a big run because the team is just inconsistent. And like I said, With how competitive EPL is, it makes other teams inconsistent, and the most consistent team is Arsenal, regardless of what you think of the forward line. Them as a whole, they're the best team. So as the best team, they'll be favorites, and that's why they're number one every tournament that they're in at the moment.
I'm just saying, I'm skeptical about Arsenal. I don't know how they can win the league when their forward players are not performing. But
That's like saying you don't know how they got to first place and the four players are not performing. They've been doing what they've been doing the whole year.
we've seen this before. They've been in first place before at this point in the season and they fell off. This season, the chasing pack are worse than they were last season and the seasons before.
What
So
chasing back? What chasing back?
Man City is worse than they were last season.
So there's no chasing back. There's just one team.
Li- Liverpool
They're,
is worse this season.
they're not competing with Liverpool. They're not
No,
competing with
no, what I'm
Chelsea,
saying is
and they're not
people
competing
that
with.
were chasing last year when they were in first place
So if
are
you're saying
worse this
Arsenal's not
season.
gonna win, if you're
And
saying
the gap,
Arsenal's not gonna,
and even
hey,
as good as Arsenal has been, and as bad as the other teams have been, the gap is still 4 points. So
if you're
if
if you're saying
Arsenal is
Arsenal is not,
anything, Arsenal are most likely to dip around this time going forward. But hopefully they don't. They win the league. It's fair. God, they deserve to win this year, no doubt. However, they can bottle it, and we're starting to see the cracks in their team and in their game.
mm,
That's what I'm saying.
yeah, but it's just not likely. Considering the only challenger is Man City, and Man City are worse than Arsenal. So
But the thing is, Man City also getting reinforcements. They signed a center back. Semenyo is firing with all cylinders. Doku's picking up. Haaland is scoring again. They're getting momentum. Turkey is chipping in. Foden is coming on. Like they're picking up form, and that's all City needs to do. Just keep on picking, and picking up points as they go. Whereas Arsenal,
yeah,
they're regressing from how they started the season. So if you put this on a graph, City's gonna overtake them. That's what I'm saying. Is it like
no,
the Arsenal pickup?
I wouldn't say that. City just lost to Man U. If
The lost to
Arsenal would
Man U,
have beat
but
if Arsenal would have beat Man U, it would have been like a 10 point gap. So it's
true.
just like
I saw the
just
same
little.
for Arsenal, Man City being Man U.
It's just
So if
little.
you're playing the if games, then at that point anything can be if. They can't even
Yeah,
lose to
but
Leeds this weekend. Then what?
who lose to who?
Arsenal can lose to Leeds this weekend. Then what? That's possible. That's an if.
It's
But
it's very unlikely.
exactly. And
Yeah,
it was
just like what you're
unlikely.
saying.
It was unlikely that Arsenal was going to lose to Man City. I mean, lose to Man U. It was very unlikely that Man U was going to beat Man City. Yeah, those unlikelies happened. So, as anything can happen.
Yeah, but you just said Man City's in good form, like such a great form that
No, I'm saying yeah,
they're just gonna overtake somebody. They're not in
with
great
with
form.
their trend, they are likely to
What trend? They
better.
just lost the last
They didn't. They
the
beat,
game the game
they beat
before
Wolves. They beat
they beat
Wolves
Wolves.
and
They
they
beat
lost to
Wolves.
Man U. And then, well, who did they play next? They tied Brighton. And even that, upon all
They
that,
beat Wolves. Who don't beat Wolves?
no, hold on. Actually, Man U didn't beat Wolves, but okay. But upon all that, right? Upon all cities, upon all city dropping points, right? And
Bro,
all these challenges.
City's not even to me, City's not even challenging.
But yeah, that's
They're
to
just
you. That's
yeah.
true. If you
Even
look at how the
even the
table and
coach.
the team is
Listen,
going.
Man City's coach, their coach, he said Arsenal is better than them.
No
So
one
who
is
are you
saying
to say?
Man City is. No one is saying Man City is better
Pep
than Arsenal.
Guardiola. Pep Guardiola said Arsenal is better than them.
Yeah, I'm not saying Arsenal is better than Man City. What I'm
So how are
saying
you
is
gonna say
there are
they're
cracks
gonna?
in the team.
It's not crack. It's just lost. They lost one game.
Okay. And did you see when, was it, I think they lost to Villa. Did you see how
We
defeated they
lost
felt? Arsenal, they lost to Villa. They felt defeated.
when? When did they lose to Villa? They just beat Villa like 4-1.
There was one game where they lost to Villa and they looked defeated.
The last
Yes,
game they played Villa, they even beat them 4-1, and Villa was like
yes.
in second
But
place.
the point I was trying to make with that is the manner in which they were on the ground, like they just lost the season,
It's fine, it's fine.
shows the talent.
They're up by 4 points. 4 points is
Okay.
not small points.
4 points is one game lost and
You
one draw.
you're basically up one game and you still gotta play that team. So all you have to do is just tie them out best. If they play City, City have to beat them. They just have to tie, which is more pressure on City than Arsenal. Arsenal just gotta go in there and they can play defense, get a draw, and get it over with. It's not even that hard, to be honest.
I don't think it's as simple as you make it, but let's move on.
If you need to beat me and I just need to get a draw, who's the pressure on? And
Mhm.
I'm the better team as well.
Yeah, but you got to beat me to be the better team. That's the thing.
And the Man City, honestly, they look bad against Arsenal. When they played Arsenal, Arsenal was treating them like kids. Man City was playing like defense like I've never seen them play
Yeah, but
before.
Man City had injuries. So, but all the
Hey,
same,
who don't have injuries?
all the same,
He's play,
let's
you play a whole year and you don't have injuries.
again, let's move on. We'll find out. We'll be here in May and we'll see who lifts the trophy. If Arsenal
Arsenal,
does, if Arsenal lift the trophy, then great. We all need our
no,
skin.
no, no,
But if they
nobody's good.
don't, but if they don't, this was their chance to win it, and they blew it
No,
again.
no, no, nobody's gonna
They
go past Arsenal this year.
yeah, you say that very calmly, very boldly now.
And
Let's
they still
see.
gonna have
Let's
and
see
they
if
still
they do that at the end of the season.
and they're still gonna have the same team next year to challenge again.
Yeah,
So
and so will Arsenal. I mean, so will Man City.
and they've never
And
finished less than two.
true,
They've never
and
finished
that's the
less than
problem.
two.
You're always the top two, but you're not. But you're always two.
Well, it's better than being three, four, five, six, like some
Yeah, but
people.
if you're two and you don't win anything, what's the point of being two?
Some people who are not even in the race.
It doesn't matter.
by
At the end of the day,
by
Chelsea.
Christmas,
No,
by
you're here
Christmas,
mocking Chelsea, right?
ah,
Chelsea won trophies. Won
nobody's
two
marking
trophies.
Chelsea.
What did Arsenal win? Arsenal hasn't won the trophies since Ateta came in.
Nobody's marking Chelsea. We're just saying you're not
No,
in
you're mocking
the
Chelsea.
league. You're not in the running for the league. You can never be for the next like 6 years.
Hey, as long
Because
as
next year
this is the thing.
Liverpool's coming. Listen, next year Liverpool's coming back.
Yeah.
Arsenal is still there. Man City is gonna get better.
Okay.
United have seemed to turn around. So where does that leave
No, no, no,
Chelsea?
no. Okay, let's
Where
not
does
go.
that leave Chelsea?
Let's not even go into United turn around. They have turned around until
Where does that leave Chelsea? How can
Chelsea
Chelsea
is
win the
still
league?
in the race. Chelsea,
To do what?
Chelsea is looking better by the day.
To do what? To win the league?
They're looking better by the day.
Okay, let me ask you, what year do you think Chelsea can win the league?
Chelsea can challenge next year.
Win the league.
Possibly what? 2027, maybe?
Forget, listen, forget win the league.
But
When can they finish even second in the league?
probably next year they can finish second.
Above who?
Man City. Hey, actually, no.
With
Man City wins
with
the league. Chelsea second. Arsenal third. Liverpool fourth.
with your team?
Yes.
With
Let's move on.
and
Let's move on.
Butler, Shield, and Chobala.
Hey, let's move on. What I'm saying is, Arsenal, this is their time to win it,
Move on.
or they blew it. So,
Move on.
but
I don't even think the last
Champions,
couple of years Chelsea have finished third.
bro, let's move on. I think you're
Move on.
just no, but let's move on. Champions League, we saw a lot of upsets. Actually, saw one upset, which is your boys. They didn't show up once again.
Yeah.
One of the many times this season they didn't show up. They needed a win to secure the spot in the top 8, and they couldn't do that in the Champions League. They left
Yeah.
Benfica, who needed the win to be in the top 24,
and
And
the goal and the goal and
and they got the they got the win and the goal difference to be in that top 24. What
Mhm.
happened to Madrid?
What happened?
Yeah, what happened? Because this is a game they should have won easily.
I wouldn't say easily. I mean, you're playing a team that has to win. So
Yeah,
there's a
but you
difference.
had a better team, so you should have won this game easily.
I mean, that's, easier said than done. Sometimes the better team doesn't win. But what I would say um, on that day, Benfica was the better team. We have the better talent, but Benfica was the better team. And Benfica had a lot of opportunities to actually score more goals than that. And it seemed like Madrid players were not really, I would say, interested. And they kind of maybe didn't expect Benfica to be up for the challenge. But I mean, when your back's against the wall, that's when you kind of either fight or, flee type of mechanism. But what happened is basically Benfica needed more than Madrid because Madrid, regardless, were gonna go to the not the next round, but either if qualified, let's say. So we just saw Benfica wanted it more. It's more of desire than anything in that regards. And even them scoring that last minute goal is just it's good for soccer. David beats Goliath type moment and something you don't really expect. So, but it was good for them. And I mean, the most important thing for like teams like PSG, Madrid, with aspirations to win the Champions League is just to get to the next round and you know to try to find that form that they need when the moment actually comes.
Yeah, but Madrid now, they have two extra games that they didn't need to play. And
Yeah.
depending on who they draw, kind of
Mhm.
makes it hard. Now they have a lot of positions they can play, which will make it tough. They have Inter in there, PSG in there, Newcastle, Juventus,
No,
Athletic.
no, no, no. So they're gonna play like Benfica, Inter, or some other team. So it's not all of them. I think they have like a system already up, um, with like the potential teams that they're gonna play. So
Okay.
it's not like everybody's gonna be like playing against everybody in that
No, no,
regard.
no. Yeah, I'm guessing who they can draw, right? So who they can draw, it could be anybody. And
No, no, it's not. It can't be anybody from there. They have like a system which tells you like who they can draw actually, based on where you finished. So that 9 through 24, there's still like a system where it gives you like who you could potentially play. So it's not like just a random draw with everybody in it where you're gonna just randomly play somebody. So I think Benfica is one of the teams that they can still play, which would be cool
it's even worse.
because
Yes.
why?
Because if you play Benfica again, they can also win it. They'll be motivated
No, 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 no,
to
no.
win.
You'll be surprised. The thing is, you'll be surprised. You actually be surprised when a team is motivated, and then there's also like a home and away game, and it's much more, let's say, I wouldn't say more tactical, but um, you'll see, you'll see. I actually hope they do play Benfica. It's good um for the story of the year, and then Mourinho can go back to Madrid as well, and I think you'll see the difference. And what I'll say is they didn't come and have their best game. So that was maybe one of Madrid's um lack of word not great games of the year. So when they're at their best, Benfica can't see them, to be honest.
Hmm. Well.
And even like when you watch that game, they seem like something wrong with that pitch. Because people were slipping all over the place. They made this essential
Oh, that's funny.
that didn't look good. It looked like
But,
they're slipping all over the place.
but in the top eight, we have Arsenal buying Liverpool, Spurs, Barcelona, Chelsea,
Look, even
Sporting,
Spurs, come
Man City.
Spurs.
Five Europe, five Premier League teams
I,
in there.
I actually want to play Spurs.
Spurs in the Premier League is a different Spurs in the Champions League. is gonna say that.
Nah, it's the same
No,
team.
no, it's a different team. Because the fact that they are fourth ahead of Barcelona, Chelsea, Sporting, Man City, Real Madrid, that's
They're just wasting people's time. That's what they do.
and they consider less goals than Madrid. They've
Bro,
considered 7 goals in the Champions League.
I rather play them Benfica.
They've considered less than Bayern and Liverpool, less than. Actually, they're the second team who has considered less. Arsenal than Spurs.
I rather play them than Bodo.
Yeah. Everybody would
Bodo.
have played Spurs, but
What's the other team? Bodo Glimt or Bodo Glimt?
yeah, Bodo Glint.
I rather play Spurs than Bodo Glimt.
Well, but yeah, so that's the top 8. We have 5 Premier League teams in their top 8. We have the German champions, we have the Portuguese champions, and then we have the Spanish.
Sporting.
So
Yeah,
seems like the Premier League teams are really doing their thing up there.
yeah. You know who I feel
Champions.
bad for? Marseille.
Yeah,
Marseille.
they they messed it up for themselves, honestly.
Oh, man.
But let's move on. We shall get a draw soon and see who played in the playoff next month.
I think today's the draw or tomorrow's the draw.
I think tomorrow.
Yeah, yeah.
And then we shall see who plays who in the playoffs
Yes.
and we shall see. Now,
Yeah, I think
the Premier League for the weekend.
uh,
We can just do quick score lines for this one. Wolves, Bournemouth. Who you got?
and Bournemouth. But Wolves, I don't know what's going on.
They just sold
They
their
seem
star striker, so I
No,
don't
but they weren't playing him.
because they didn't want to sell him. So
It wasn't like they were playing him, but they actually started getting points now. So I don't know. It's too late, but damn, they're just playing for fun at this time. At this right.
yeah,
All the games are for
we
fun.
have 8 points. Burnley has 15. So a few wins kind of
That's
help them.
they're
But
playing
I
for
don't think so.
they're playing for fun. They would have to go undefeated.
Yeah,
So they're just playing for fun at this rate.
yeah. So you got Bournemouth on that one. I do too. Arsenal, Leeds. Who you got?
Arsenal.
Scoreline.
And 2-0.
I go for narrow 1-0 win. Just Brighton, Everton.
Maybe. Brighton.
Chelsea, West Ham.
West Ham has picked it up. And they brought all these players.
What does that mean?
They just bought all these players. I don't know why they didn't do it at the end of the year. It doesn't make sense.
I mean, teams know they were desperate, so I guess they had to.
Who did they got? A Traore?
They got Traore. They're thinking of getting the Sassy now as a defender. They got Castellanos from Lazio. They got some other guy from Joe Vicente as well. So they got a few players, but
they won the last week. They won last week, yeah.
Yeah, the one last week. Yeah.
It's gonna be a challenge because obviously Chelsea just is coming from Champions League as well. So
yeah, but we already know Chelsea has a big squad anyway. So most
but it's not like
everyone else gonna play.
No. Listen, right now West Ham is desperate.
True.
You people are tired. You guys are gonna be tired because you just had a very challenging game as well.
Yes, so
I can see a 1-1 draw actually.
Say 2-1. Quality overshadows them. So 2-1.
We'll see. We'll see.
And then we have Liverpool, Newcastle. That'll be a good one.
Yeah.
We got.
I don't really know. It could go either way, to be honest. Is it home or away for Liverpool?
Anfield.
Okay. Yeah, Liverpool should win.
Yeah, I think 2-1.
They both played in Champions League. Yeah, they both played in Champions League.
Yeah. I think two
Liverpool
over
just beat
Spurs.
some other team 6-0.
Yeah. But it was
So
irrelevant.
maybe, huh?
It was irrelevant.
What's irrelevant?
Yeah. The game that
Yeah.
6-0 was irrelevant.
Champions League is kind of funny because I think this team quarterback even made it.
Yeah.
I'm like, how did these people make
I
it?
think they were the champions of their country, whatever, wherever they are. But
Yeah.
yeah, I think Liverpool wins it just 1-0 or 2-0.
No,
Verts,
2-1, 2-1, 2-1.
Verts with a goal assist in there somewhere.
What?
Yeah, goal assist, one of them.
I
Goal,
think
goal,
we should
goal
get
assist.
a goal and that's what you're hoping for.
Oh yeah.
Not Eketike, they didn't go score about words.
Verts, hey, 2-1, so he can get either a goal or an assist or and
2-1.
an assist.
McAllister can score 2 goals. Do you think he's going to score?
That nigga is not even gonna play. He's gonna be
McAllister,
benched. He's tired.
wow.
Um,
Disrespect, man. That's a
Forest.
World Cup winning midfielder.
Yeah, whatever, man. So is Enzo.
He was benching Enzo.
So is Enzo Fernandez. So what you're saying, but Forest Crystal Palace.
Forest or Crystal Palace. I think it could go either way, to be honest. Crystal Palace is kind of in transition.
They already have their
They
beef going on.
huh?
They already have their beef going on.
Yeah, I think Mateta, they're gonna get rid of him. Well, not get rid of him, but I think his time's up, obviously. They just got a new striker. And I think they'll sell Mateta for around that price as well.
Mm. Well,
So I don't know. I don't know. It could go either way, 1-1.
and then United, Fulham.
I think I see a lot of goals in that game. Fulham just coming off that great win. Wilson, free kick, 90th minute to win the game. Man, what a play! That guy, his stock has just gotten high, very high.
Yo,
He's
Liverpool is not happy about that.
why?
I think they sold them.
Yeah, so they think they can have every player. Uh, How it works.
Yeah, they
But
sold them.
I can see that game being actually 2-2. But it will be interesting to see how United does because I think in this game they'll have more possession of the ball, and then we'll kind of see, you know, how they do because I think we've seen them be able to sit back and do the counter attack against City and Arsenal. But I think the biggest difference when you're playing teams like Fulham and Bournemouth and those teams
Yeah,
is those teams will let you have the ball and try to counter you. So then we're gonna see how good that team is in possession actually.
yeah.
But I can see a draw there.
Yeah. United win just maybe
Just
about 1-1.
Fulham is also in good form. They've been finding ways to score, and then their role players are actually um, when they come off the bench, they actually do something. To be honest, like Chukwueze, for some reason, I don't know. He's kind of been like a super sub in for Fulham. He just came on and just scored.
It's okay. I don't want to go back to that AFCON thing. So
No, no, did you see
let's
the goal he scored? Did
let's
you see the goal he scored?
no, I did, but
Yeah, it's so composed. You
so
never think he'll miss that type.
he can do that, but not in no a PK at AFCON. But
But I think it's
that's
also it's confidence. It's very hard to just get off the bench and then go do a PK. But
but
yeah, it is.
Villa,
He was not. He was not warmed. He was not warmed up.
that's nonsense. But Villa, Villa Brentford,
Ooh,
Villa Brentford.
Villa. Villa just played in Europa League. So I mean, Brentford too. They can turn it on and they can turn it off. So maybe 1-1.
Then Spurs, City.
City. Spurs. Yeah, I
That's the
cannot
game. That's
trust
the game
them.
of the weekend. So
Spurs is like Jekyll and Hyde. You don't know what you're going to get from them. They're not a very dependable team. Don't even depend on them.
mm,
Yeah.
think they might help Arsenal with this one.
Spurs.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I can't see it. The only thing I can see is like City can be inconsistent, but they've both played in Champions League. Obviously, Spurs are even doing better than City, Italy,
But
which is remarkable.
I can see
How
Spurs
can you see
winning, but I doubt it. I doubt it.
Spurs are a team that are on and off to me? They're the most inconsistent team ever. They should be better than what they are, but you just don't know. You
Yeah.
just don't know.
And then lastly, we have Sunderland, Burnley.
Sunderland should beat them. I think Sunderland were missing a couple of key players with Zaka out the last game.
Mm-hmm.
And then some of the African players just came back too. So I think they'll pick form up and kind of no, but even Burnley, they just got Ward Cross.
Yeah. I mean,
I
what's
think that guy
set pieces?
he belongs in the championship to be honest.
He needs to go to Saudi, honestly.
No, he needs to
Saudi,
just go
MLS,
Southampton.
maybe.
I think he should just go back to Southampton.
But Timo just joined MLS, so
But he's good on set pieces and he doesn't miss PKs.
true.
Yeah, you never see him miss a PK, so he's
Let's
valuable.
let's see how that goes this week or this weekend. Hopefully, all our teams win, our predictions come through, we make some cha-ching. But yeah, that's all we have for you guys today. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next time. Peace.
Yeah.